Hello, everyone. Resolution Race 2021 is in the building, and I am your host. Maybe you're at work and you're watching this video. Maybe you're just getting off, or maybe you hadn't went to work yet. Your shift hadn't started. Speaking to those that work in the hospitals, or those that work in plants, shift yards, you name it, folks. This video is for you. In fact, this channel is devoted to you as well. I want to see you win, want to work for you, give you a big encouragement with this platform. So make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Leave me some comments below. So let's get into it, folks. We have a big problem today, even for those who are professionals. We have a problem and we do not even realize it. And that problem is procrastination. When you think of procrastination, you think of not saving any money. You think of putting off the laundry, putting off getting the car service for a period of time, even something more severe that we're talking about, putting off rest each and every day. That's right, folks. We procrastinate that we should go to bed on time. We as grown folks that know better, that know that a lack of sleep affect our health in so many ways. Procrastinate. Maybe it's 8 o'clock and you say, well, I'll go to bed by 9:30 once the news go off, or once I finish this episode on TV, or maybe I finish responding on social media, or maybe when I finish talking to family and friends over the phone. Whatever the case is, we continue to procrastinate, folks, and doing the right thing, such as getting our rest so that we can be powerful the next day, so we can be real effective on that job, the job that we say God has called us to do, the job that we have to provide for us and our family, folks, the job that pays for our mortgage, rent, car, and all the other things, folks. We procrastinate and put off sleep. Why do we do it? Well, sometimes we just can't help ourselves. So this video is for you, to give you some great encouragement. For many that don't know, I'm created a channel called Resolution Race 2021 that'll focus on a few things such as eating better, getting better exercise, and of course, a better rest, which has been the issue when it comes to blood pressure, blood sugar, a lack of the ability to lose weight, or all these other health problems due to our lack of rest. Now, of course, as time go on, I'll get into the mattress, the lighting, harmful foods that we eat just a few hours leading up to bedtime. But for right now, I just want to focus on something so simple, which is procrastination, folks. That's right, we procrastinate, we put it off. And then the next day, we walk around the job like zombies. We walk around the job like mummies and say to ourselves, I wish I would have got a good night's sleep. But then it's too late. The only thing you can do at that point is get the job done and hurry up and get out of there and say to yourself, when I get home, I'm going to get some rest. But when you get home, there's some things you find to do. You find more chores to do. Maybe you clean up around the house. Or maybe you find yourself going shopping or going to the grocery store. And the cycle continues day in and day out, folks. A very, very sad moment when we do that. The sleep cycle is thrown off, and then you continue to go to work. You continue to go to work, blurry-eyed, walking around like a zombie, bad on decision making. Even though you might think that you're tough, even though you say to yourself, I'm independent, I think for myself. When we get that lack of sleep, folks, a lot of those things go out of the window. So again, I'm here to help you. Hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel. Bring on a lot of your co-workers, because we're going to win at this thing together. You know, we know that 2020 was a bad year in terms of sickness, death, many other things that arise, folks. So here's a time to do something about it versus just praying about it, versus just hoping about it. Here's a time that you can do something right now. I'm serving many people in the Mobile, Baldwin County area, down here in South Alabama, and luckily, unfortunately, places across the globe due to everybody going to the internet and doing this virtual learning thing right now. So what better place do you have other than here, folks? So look forward to hearing from you. Again, reaching out to a lot of people in these plants, in these hospitals that work these crazy hours, 8, 10, 12 hours or more, where you say to yourself, I'm going to save the world. But then you continue to procrastinate due to so many distractions around you, whether it's a football game. A lot of us like to watch that football game. We want to see the last part of it. And we'll stay up and we'll say to ourselves, well, third quarter, I'm going to bed. But you know, if Alabama hadn't got a big lead yet, or if you know that Alabama hadn't put them away yet, you'll continue to stay up because you want to see the outcome of those football games, those basketball games, or even baseball, whatever it is. You want to see the outcome of your favorite TV episode. You want to wait to respond back to somebody on Facebook or your social media site. So you'll just continue, and before you know it, an hour passed by and 2 hours passed by, and you know that you have to be to work at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and you say, well, I'm going to go to bed in a moment. But procrastination kicks in, and it takes over like a drug. It takes over, folks. You know what you ought to be doing, but you don't do it. You do the opposite. It's just like I had a loved one, and we were working on a job. He made a lot more money than I made. In fact, he even helped me get this job. But he was a drug addict, still is, in fact. And when he got paid, he had all the intentions of doing the right thing, but he just couldn't help himself. He just couldn't help himself, folks. And his words were, forget about it. I'll just go and get high. I'll just go and get high. He knew that wasn't good for his health. He knew it wasn't good for his family and friends and even the relationship he should have with people on the job. He knew it can get him fired, but he couldn't help himself, folks. Here's the question. Do we get like that sometimes when it comes to us, when it comes to our sleep? The answer is absolutely. We know that it's bad for our health, bad for the blood pressure, and so many other things that we go through. But we continue to do it anyway because we just can't help ourselves. I'm here today to tell you, folks, you've got an answer. You've got someone who studied sleep for years and years. You've got someone who sold bedding equipment for a long time. So I gained a passion by doing that, thinking on sleep and how it can repair the body and all things like that. So you're on the right side right now just for coming to this channel if you found it. You hadn't found it by accident. I don't believe in mistakes, but everything happened for a reason. But the question now is, will you act on it? Send me some comments below saying that you're all in. Hit that subscribe button so we can get started, folks, and you can win. Maybe you got a lot going on, but I need you to say to yourself, I'm going to start somewhere. And then you're going to link up with a lot of people that are in the channel, that are in the club, just like you are. People who work every day, just like you work. So we all in this boat the same. There's some things that are very, very difficult. We are stuck in the mindset of sometimes I just can't help myself. Now, I will get into the different other things such as acid reflux and sleep apnea and all the other things that keeps us awake, such as restless leg syndrome, and elaborate on those things. I'll also talk about raising your legs to get better blood flow and all those other things, all those different variables that stop us from getting a good night rest. And when we wake up the next day, we're walking around as if we don't know what's going on. We're walking around delusional. But first thing, join the club. How much is it? $0. The big cost is come with a little bit of effort, a little bit of participation, and a little bit of free thinking. Now, what I mean by free thinking is say to yourself, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to think outside the box on how I can get more rest to better my health for the 2021 year. So, signing off. Look forward to hearing from you.